Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be building a 3-note piano, which is obviously absolutely useless. We're going to be doing it using React and Chakra UI, so that's also totally overkill for what we're building, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun, but I really hope that you learn absolutely nothing. All right, so we're going to call this project piano. Actually, we don't need to create a directory first. Let's go over here. And we're going to be using, like I said, Chakra, React, and TypeScript. Let's go here and let's just change this to, like I said, or we're starting to say, piano. Because once we, wow, that's a lot of warnings. Once we build this project and you start playing it for your friends, they're all going to ask you to stop. So, piano. So we're going to ignore all of these warnings. Wait for this to finish up. Wow. Okay, there we don't go. Okay, there we go. CD piano, and let's open this up in VS Code. Great. So we're not going to do anything with our tsconfig in this video, but we are going to get rid of pretty much all of this. Not quite all of it, but just delete that. We're not going to test anything. We're not going to use the color mode switcher. We're not going to use, we don't need this logo. This logo. And then I actually think we'll leave that, but then we'll get rid of all of this. Delete. Just have to make a couple of adjustments then, because now these don't exist. I mean, we could have really kept all this stuff, but better not to clutter things up here, and actually we can get rid of all this too. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 new folders. One I'm going to call views. Another folder called components, which is also kind of overkill for what we're doing. And then we're just going to create a main.tsx hello world. So basically we're just going to get our main view rendered here. I prefer the self-closing tags, and then we're going to go yarn start. And if nothing is amiss, we should be seeing our hello world here in just a couple of seconds. Perfect. Right up there in the corner. Okay. So let's see, what do we want to do first? So let's just go build our layout a little bit here. Okay. So let's use a stack from Chakra UI. If you've never used it before, the documentation is pretty straightforward. Gives you a bunch of components. And why I like using it is to style things. I have all of these little, I mean, obviously it's not saving that much space, but you have a little bit of help to create your styling. So width, height, 100 view height. Let's get everything into the center. items, center, direction. We want this, actually we don't need to, this is a stack. So spacing, we're gonna say 25 for now. And let's set a background as blue, 100. And let's take a peek at how that looks. Okay, good. So let's give ourselves a title for our project. And let's call this, like we said, piano. And let's make this big. So font size, we'll say 62. And font weight, we'll say that we want bold. There you go, looking beautiful already. And then what we're gonna want is we're gonna wanna have our piano component under here. So let's go ahead and make a piano component. Piano.tsx. Okay. And we're gonna return here. Just what we need to yet build, but for now, let's just go piano. And here, piano. There you have it. Okay. So for our piano component, we're going to be using something called tone.js, and so technically this isn't going to be a piano, it's going to be a synthesizer, but whatever. So we're going to use this documentation to figure out what we need. I guess the behavior that we want is we want to be able to click, and as we hold down, it'll hold the note, and as we release our mouse button, it'll let the note go. So I think we're just going to need trigger attack and trigger release, which the documentation is right here for. So let's get this component set up. Okay, so I guess we need to first install tone. So we're going to go yarn add tone. Installing, we will import star from tone, as tone from tone. Okay, so let's just get this going here. So const piano equals new tone, and so they do have tone.js examples. There we go. So basically what I did just before creating the video is I went and I played around with these just to see what they're like, see if I like any of them, and polysynth to me sounded the nicest, so that's what we're going to go with. Polysynth, and then to destination, as we saw here. And then let's just give ourselves a button. And we'll just say that we want C4, so middle C, and let's then just try on click, just getting our note to play. So this is not what we're going to use when we actually create our notes, which we'll create as a separate component, but let's just go piano dot something trigger attack release. So we want C4, and let's make it an 8th note, and I think that might be actually all we need. I think we can put time now if we want, but we don't necessarily need it. And let's give this a go. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go and create a note component. And of course, note return give note component, and then we're going to export default note. And here we are going to want to have, well, we're building a 3-note piano, so let's go flex, and we want our note, and we're going to want, I don't think we're going to have any children, so these will all be self-closing tags. We're going to import them from the component we just made, and then let's have 3 of them, which for now do absolutely nothing, except for show us that we have our note components here. Okay. So, let's see, what we want to do next is we will create a flex box, or just like a flex component here, import it, and let's just build our basic note shape before we worry about hooking things up. So let's guesstimate about 400 pixels, and I guess I'll keep it consistent with what I've been doing, just try to do it like that. The width, we'll say, try 50 pixels. And I'm so sorry if I'm inconsistent with my quotation marks. Just usually I have a linter that does what I need. So 1 pix solid black, give ourselves a border. So basically we're just trying to create a flex box that has the general shape of a piano key. Pattern 4, and let's justify content center, and let's align items. So basically I just want to have like a label for the note so we know what note it is, and I want it to appear kind of at the bottom of our note. And let's see, so technically we're not going to do, like, if you've ever seen a piano, which I'm sure everybody has, like you have, you know, the black keys that are in between the 2 white keys. We're not going to do it that way, but we are going to allow ourselves to give ourselves manually black keys, which will just be kind of in line with everything else. So we're going to accept a color argument. So let's go interface note props color, and let's make it optional. It's going to either be black or white, and then we're going to go here, we're going to give the default as white, and note props, oh, there we go. And then let's say for the color of our writing, if the color is equal to black, then we want our writing to be white, otherwise we want it to be black. And we won't do anything with our events, but let's also add just the note, which is going to be a string. So we'll say note, and then here we will put the note. Now obviously this is going to be not happy with us, so let's just comment these 2 out for now, and let's say note is C4, and see how that looks. Okay, not bad. I think we want it to be a little bit thicker, so we'll say that this is 75 pixels now. And I do want to just add a border bottom radius. Let's say 8. There we go, some nice rounded off keys there, looking real piano-y. And I think that looks pretty good. So now we just want to be able to click it. So we'll also add a cursor style so that people know it's clickable. Pointer. And then we want to add our mouse down and our mouse up events. On mouse down. Const handle mouse down. And then also const handle mouse up. So we'll say handle mouse down on mouse up. Handle mouse up. Okay, and so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pass the piano as an argument, so that we don't have to so we just kind of have one place where it's initialized and then it gets passed down to these components that then can just call based on the note that's passed. So let's go here and let's do piano, and let's check out the type. Here we go. Okay, so tone, polysynth. Let's see if I can just copy that. We missed one thing there. Import tone. Star as tone from tone. Once again, I apologize for the mismatch there. Okay, then we have our piano. And so then here, let's pass piano as piano. Get rid of that. And so on mouse down, we're going to do exactly what we did before, except for here, now we just want to trigger an attack. So piano dot trigger attack. And we want this to be the note. And then when we lift the mouse up, we want to go piano dot, or when we release the button, trigger release. And we want that to be the note. Let's see how that goes. Great, so we can hold it and have that super annoying middle C tone, or we could just click quick and it'll just hold for as long as we hold. We technically could have the note just fade off after some time. I believe that Tone.js lets you do all that, but we're not going to do that today. All we're going to do now is we're going to go here and let's just say that we want to have a black note, and we'll do color equals black, and let's do C4 sharp. Beautiful. Okay. And now let's just uncomment these. Piano equals piano, note equals D4. And let's actually just, oopsies, copy those. And E4. Okay. All right, that's it. There you have it. We just built a 3-note piano using React Chakra UI, and we only, it didn't take us that long. Just a little bit of setup, and getting stuff going with React is kind of slow. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't really learn anything, but I guess this is not a totally useless project because you could use this to annoy a lot of people. All right, well, thanks for watching. Have a great day.